Hi everyone. The biggest concern we student have is I don't have a work experience, or I have a work experience, or I've taken 1 year gap. Will I be selected for the interviews or not, or will I crack the interview? So this is the main thing I want to talk about today, because all of you, three of you, have a varied background. One with work experience, one without work experience. So there are two, three questions I have in mind. A, will that hamper my performance in the interview? And finally, joining the college. And then last, will I get the job on campus if I have a work experience or no experience or over experience? So I will have a round of interviews first. Where you basically from and which exam you took to join the college?
I'm from Faridabad, Delhi NCR, and I took ZAT to apply here in Wellinger.
I came through CMAT to Wellinger College.
Hi, I'm from Mumbai and I applied through CMAT and got into Wellinger after that.
Great. So my first question will be about your background. So you have work experience, you don't have work experience.
Sure. So I come with a Workex of 2.5 years into supply chain and operations. And post which I decided that the work was quite demanding and I wanted to delve deep into the managerial role. So that is when I decided that I need to shift from my corporate journey and step back into my educational journey. And that is how I decided that I wanted to pursue MBA.
Yeah, so I'm a fresher. I graduated in 2024. I have a background in a bachelor's in business administration. During those 3 years, they were very critical for me because that was a time period where I decided wherein my field of interest lies, and that is how I developed an interest, and I wanted to pursue it further by doing it masters.
I am also from a bachelor's of business background, and I wanted to do MBA because I felt like during undergrad, whatever I learned was not enough for me to go to the corporate, and I wanted to learn further what my interests lie in and what field I want to pursue in corporate.
So you have taken 1 year gap.
Yeah.
So was I normally say whatever degree you have, BCom, BMS, engineering, you have taken a gap year, you don't have work experience, everything will be left at the gate of the college. Once you enter the college, nothing is required. But do you feel that once for you during your admissions, during your interviews, that because of a gap year you had some issues because of that? And same for you in the ulta way, came we have working for more than 2 years. So was that any problem, any hampering kind of thing while you were preparing?
While I was researching, I did come across various articles that would say that due to gap year, people might find difficulty getting admissions. So I had some preconceptions regarding this, but in my case, what really helped me was how I performed in my group discussion and interviews, and due to that, I got here, and they didn't really yeah, the gap year didn't really matter that much. It might in some cases, but
They'll ask you, obviously, in the interview, they'll ask you why you've taken the 1 year drop.
yeah, but you need to explain
Correct.
in a way that it makes sense why you did what you did. So
You can't say just I was sitting home, nothing else to do.
I don't know.
So you have to cover the gap kind of thing with some work experience, with some internship, or with some kind of a job. So
Yeah, as long as you're able to justify why that gap year is there, or
Correct.
being a fresher, I just graduated, like I said. So that question was put up to me as well, that why do you not want to, pursue with Workex? Somebody who comes from a Workex background, they would be asked, why are you shifting here? So as long as you're able to explain yourself, your reasons, your field of interest that aligns there, and the interviewer is, fully convinced with that. Uh, it is all that matters in the interview, and the background is not really what is considered during the whole process of Wellinger or any other MBA school. It is all based on your competencies. As long as you're able to make a mark in the interview, in the GD, irrespective of your background, that is all what matters.
and if I look at the college like WeSchool, there's a very less weightage for the CAT score. As per the ACT rule as well, it's around 40%. So every college have their own cutoffs. So your major damage is going to be done in the interview. So if you can survive the interview well, everyone have an equal chance. If you have 80 percentile plus,
Yeah.
Everyone have an equal chance to convert.
So I'd like to talk about this. So I had a very decent score in CMAT, which was 83, and I thought I would not be able to make it into any of the Wellinkers. So my main aim was to get into Wellinkar Mumbai, which had a cutoff of 85%. So I lost hope that I'll not be able to pursue MBA, and I was already serving notice. So that was a big headache on me on what to do next, because I had no job lined up for me, and I thought there was no MBA for me either. But then luckily, I got a call from Wellinkar Bangalore stating that I've been shortlisted for my interview, and that was completely based on my profile. So the CMAT score, as long as it crosses 80 point something, that is what is matters. And as strong your profile is, because I was pretty sure that once I get through the entrance exam, I was going to ace it in the interview and group discussion, because that is where my forte is. So I made sure that my profile was so strong that I would definitely get a call. So my preparation strategy was not entirely dependent on the entrance exam, because I knew I was very weak at that. Because 2 years into work, you've lost touch with studies, so you don't know what to start, where to start. And I just had a period of 1 month to prepare for the CMAT exam. So all I could do was to refer YouTube channels and seek help from friends to prepare for the exam. So I did what I could for the exam, got the bare minimum 80 plus, and I aced the interview. So the strength lies on how you present yourself in front of the interviewers and how confident you are, because marks don't matter until and unless you are able to present yourself and you are able to sell yourself to the market.
So you study for 1 month for the CMAT exam. You've taken other exams as well, right? CAT and all. No CAT.
No, just
Only CMAT.
Yeah.
So what was the last 1 month? What you studied in the last 1 month?
So
What was strategy kind of thing last 1 month?
So
Same
my-
question for you as well. Last 1 month, what you studied?
So my strategy was, I was very weak at quants and DI. So I made sure not to spend too much time on that, because I knew attempting that would carry a negative mark for me. So my main strengths lied into general knowledge, language comprehension, and others. So I made sure I set a time-based exam for myself, practiced mock tests on various sites, India Bix to name a few, and went through a few YouTube coaching channels, which helped me a lot for my last minute preparation. So I did not burden myself into getting deep into the syllabus, knowing that at the last moment preparation could land me into trouble. So my strategy was simple: to dig deep and hit the target where the marks lie the most. So GK, language comprehension, and verbal reasonings were the strength for me. So I made sure to focus on them and not where my weakness.
So quant, you didn't touch quant at all.
No, I did, but not dwell
Not
deep
the
into
depth
that.
one, right?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Whether easy question, which whether you tried them, but
Sure,
all the hard
yes,
questions.
Yes, I did.
So I appeared for NMAT as well, and CMAT and NMAT are somewhat at the same level of exam. Yeah. I knew that CMAT exam would be somewhat based on that. So my focus was on clearing the basics first. I was preparing for it. I had a coaching and everything. So I went back to my foundation. I cleared all my basics again, because I referred to various YouTube channels. Yours was also one of them. And I think that is what helped me. Rather than touching on to new topics, it was more focused on preparing what I already knew and enhancing that and getting that correct in the given time period, and also making more attempts, because CMAT was all about that. You had enough hours to attempt the paper. The number of attempts should be more. That was my strategy.
Yeah, even for me, I was preparing for these exams. I gave SNAP, and luckily, these years that um, English portion was really easy, so that helped me a lot to score. And I in that there's negative marking, and even if you leave the questions, there's that. So I was really hesitant to yeah, I was not counting on that actually to help me score any colleges, but luckily the questions that I did helped me push through. And same for me, quants is not my forte, and I was not really keen on solving these questions, but the easier topics I focused more on them, so that it would help me land at least a few more points. And that's what I studied from YouTube. I didn't take any coaching really, because I do things more on my pace, so that was easier for me to help me where I was weak and stuff. So that was what I did.
So if I kind of summarize last 1 month, look for the main topics, important topics, and focus on those topics first. And you don't need to do everything. Do less, but do it well. That's what I can see from your people preparation. And mocks, you have to give as many mocks as possible.
Definitely.
That's the main thing. And attempt increase. Try to
Yeah, you need
increase
to
your
increase your number of attempts based on you need to increase your number of attempts based on the exam that you're appearing for. For example, NMAT is an adaptive test, so you need to prepare for it accordingly. CAT and ZAT, you don't need to attempt the whole paper because then there's negative marking. In
correct.
CMAT, because the level is easier, so you need to make more attempts so that you clear that cutoff for all the colleges.
Great. So once you join the college, what one change which came into you, or which college because of college, like you become more confident, or what changes you feel is coming into you once you join the MBA college?
Definitely the socializing, and since day one we've been taught that network is your net worth. So you need to talk to people, and I've definitely learned a lot from people around because of the variety of people that come here. And since I'm very young, from a lot of my batchmates, a lot of things that they say, I'm just absorbing and going forward with that. So yeah, a lot of socializing has helped me come out of my comfort zone and learn new things, not be hesitant to do and try new things. That's all.
Being a fresher, one thing that really was, I was really focused on that was stepping out of your comfort zone. Now that you're in a different city with different sets of people, you can't have a very restricted mindset while you approach anything and everything. There will be a lot of, it's very, this place is very happening. So there's something or the other thing that's going on. It's never monotonous. So you need to be prepared for all of that, and you need to stop giving excuses basically, because UG mindset is very different. When you pursue masters, you need to act with that maturity on all levels.
So for me, I think it was like getting back into school, like we were. So, packing your bags, coming back to college with formals on. So stepping out from corporate and, resuming my educational journey, I think this is the 1 month which we had initially was a bit tough for me, because managing, coming out of from a 9 to 5 job and, getting accustomed to the college routine is a bit tough at start. But I'm very grateful that Wellinger Bangalore staff and all the attendees here made me feel comfortable. Not just me, but I think everyone here, because they had these introductory orientation sessions where we got to know each other well. So socializing, like Janvi said, network is net worth. So that matters a lot, not just in MBA, but also in corporate. So you need to interact with business leaders ahead, right? So that is where you need to step out of your comfort zone. So for me, I knew public speaking and discussions were a strong part of me. So I made sure to make use of this during that 1 month of introductory sessions. So other than this, I think Wellinger Bangalore has some amazing sessions lined up for everyone. If not during that 1 month, but after that also, for career building sessions to help you in your weak spots. So let's say if you don't have a good resume built right now, so they have these sessions lined up wherein business leaders or someone from the career management cells comes in and helps you individually if you need help. So all in all, it's like growing together and not individually. And that is where I think I gain confidence, seeing others help me and seeing what others learn from me.
The best part which I like about your college is it's approachable. The faculty are approachable. You can talk to them anytime, and it's not like a huge campus. It's a very the intake is less. So obviously, there's a kind of a feeling of you can be talk to each other. You can, like the way you said, it's more easy to socialize when there are people 500 600 people on campus. It's not easy to socialize with everyone.
Yeah.
So that's the best part of a campus. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Thank you so much.